What a year it's been for Australia's Jack Robinson, world number 2, the headliner in this matchup, and enjoying a pit right out here at Teahupo'o, and just stepping off into the end section, a very shallow section of the reef. Former teammates, as we go back to Jack's opening ride in this heat, Laura.
Yeah, we knew Jack was going to get started quickly. He's no stranger to this spot, ejecting pretty heavily on the end there. Goes so shallow, but Jack looks like he's starting. That board looks nice and fast. Just positioning himself way up the inside of the reef, and just wanting to get a quick start, really.
One of the best tube riders in the world. First he's got to get there, and it's really interesting when you pick favorites throughout the season. It didn't really start off like a world title year for Jack Robinson. Even at Pipeline, getting knocked out early with a 17th, as we see Nat Young up and down. He then built to a quarterfinal at Sunset. He was one of the favorites there since he's dominated the Vans World Cup in the past.
Reef, here he goes again, sliding into the tube. I can't see him from now. Take it away, guys.
Now he's going to get the exit through that shelf that Strider was talking about. Incredibly shallow, and that snap to just basically trying to hang himself up on the lip was really so he wouldn't just end up dry.
If I look at the lineup of surfers in this event, I would say that Nathan Hedge would be by far the... oh, look at this.
Deep one here, setting up for Jack Robinson. This is what we came to Tahiti for. Jack gets a bomb. And sets himself up through all the fans in the channel, which is one of the best parts of competing at this wave. You get a big pit and you get just screamed at when you are weaving through the boats and your fellow competitors. Game face still on for Jack Robinson, expecting a massive score. Let's have another look, Laura.
Wow, biggest wave of the morning. Jack Robinson late under the hood, so deep, disappearing for seconds and getting spat out. That was so critical. What a drop, grabbing and just, wow, Jack Robinson, best wave of the day for sure. That was heavy.
Below sea level on the takeoff, a backless beast, and kind of by surprise, Laura. He hadn't seen anything like that all day.
No, and he just makes it look so easy. 2 strokes in, he knew that he just had to engage that rail, open the shoulders, and just hold on for dear life. He was so deep on the foam ball. I cannot wait to see the water angle of this, but Jack Robinson, he is no stranger to these situations, and he just made it look so effortless and easy.
The takeoff was committed. It was critical. He had to be willing to free fall to hold that rail, and the section he looked up into was gigantic. Yeah. Everything was heavy about that ride. Jack Robinson, in his debut here in Tahiti, locks in a 9.43. Wow. Do you know what board riders club this guy's in?
Yes. North Narrabeen Board Riders Club represent Nathan Hoggy Hedge.
Nathan Hedge from the same club as Laura Ennever, here to compete as a wild card once again at the age of 43.
Just always had so much grit competing out here, and won the trials a lot, and can't wait to watch him in the next heat.
Nat Young doesn't look like he's too interested after the takeoff. 0.2 and a 0.43. And pulls straight in and flies out into daylight. Another great exit for Jack. 9.43 was the big number he had before the break, and now the 3.0 is long gone. Laura, what'd you think?
Yeah, in his playground, this one came underneath the other guys, and yeah, just an awesome little back up there. Michel letting him go there, and swooping under, just amazing control there by Jack. Nothing too deep. I mean, we're all decompressing from that first wave, but look at that. Such control on the drop. Holds his line, picks it, slows down, and just rides this wave to perfection. He just makes it look very, very easy. But yeah, I'd love to know if Michel just let him go there and just wants to wait for a bigger one.
There's certain surfers out here that just see things. They know where to be at the right time. We saw that with Kaoli Vost in the previous matchup. Here comes the California Nat Young. Slow motion on the bottom turn just to push himself back into the pit, and he'll stumble on the ride out into the shoulder. Nat's last wave of 1.5, so judges calling that one really incomplete. Loss of control on the exit. This one's going to be a bit cleaner for Nat. Flying out without a problem. His best score so far, now 3:20 to go.
That would have felt nice. a nice clean entry there from Nat, you know, after. But, you know, here Jack just letting him go. Nat in the spot slides straight in, and this one going nice and round. Nothing too deep, but just feel very, very nice. So much speed, so much style.
Starting off the season #1 in the world with what he calls the most meaningful win of his career at Pipeline, just days before he turned 50. Locking in now, the Tahitian pulls in under the hood. Looking to burn off some speed, that back foot slips off and regains his stance to step out into the channel. We've seen him get pretty creative with his backhand tube stalls over the years.
Just get the feet in the wax, you know. Would have felt awesome. I think this wave was double whammy here. Michel taking off nice and deep, pulling under the hood for this first section, then just stalling, waiting for this next section to just unload over him and make the most, optimize that tube time. Look there, slowing down, putting his butt into the wave, putting everything he can into the wave to slow down, and just so much style, so compressed. He's served here a lot of times. You can just tell.
It's crazy as he's traveling here, Laura, how that back foot slides to the side of the rail. He gets nice and compressed off the board, regains it back into position.
Wow. That is absolute trickery. Michel Bourez slowing down, foot off the board.
Such an amazing surfer. I can't wait to see more of him into the next round. It looks like Nat and Michel are going to run out of time. Michel, the man they call the Spartan, missing him full-time on tour. But great to see him get the call-up back to this event here at the end of the road. Jack Robinson steals the show, 9.43 and a 6.83 as world #2 moves right into the round of 16.